What is up, YouTube? It's your boy LiLc. I'm back with another video. Today I just wanted to talk about some things I have been. First of all, let me introduce myself, and for those who don't know who I am, I do Christian rap music. If y'all hear some noise in the background, I have children. Yeah, they're unprofessional. But we over here we do pranks and all type of. I do like little story time sometimes. We've touched reacting to things. Yeah, we did all type of videos, from pranks to music to this to that. We're not really like a one trick family, I guess. So today I wanted to talk about how death has traumatized me. Is it trauma? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So with that being said, over the years, I didn't realize that I was still in like a grief mindset. I must have had a dream that probably was like a demonic spirit. I'm not sure. But when you have family members in your dreams, it's kind of giving like something is trying to pull on your emotional strings. And it did, because I had lost my grandma a couple years back, like 2012, 2013. I can't really remember. That's bad. But since she's passed away, like my life has been like just on a roller coaster, just to where I'm losing track of time and everything. Like, it's always something. So lately I've been missing her, and I know she's not here with us. And I had this dream, and long story short, we was in the classroom and she was sitting there, and she kind of looked at me like blankly, and I was crying in the dream. But I was just sitting there crying. It wasn't necessarily for a reason, or maybe it was, but I woke up and I just started feeling like, I gotta let her go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been years. It's been over 10 years since she's been gone, and I felt like I hadn't let her go since she's passed away. So with that, I haven't allowed myself to really embrace love fully. You feel what I'm saying? Like, with my wife and my children, it's like I always like kind of get distant. And we have good times, believe me, and without letting y'all too much into my business, like I'm just putting my business out there. But it's just, it was never consistent. It was always like me just breaking away and me wanting to kind of distance myself. But thank the Lord that I've come through with understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, understanding myself more, understanding the way that I think. And even losing my friends. I had two best friends that really traumatized me and scarred me as well. You feel me? Like, we practically grew up together, and to lose them. And my bro birthday was on the 26th of October. And I had never knew that, like, the whole time we was friends. Like, I never really, had collected that in my mind, if you say. You know what I'm saying? So, and this particular friend, because it was three of us, then you had his brother, then you had, but my bro, his name was Baby James, and like I say, man, when he died, man, it was hard. Like, I cried for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost my brother. But I was even more upset with myself because the last time I had looked at his Facebook profile, this was like a couple years back when Facebook was kind of, you know, people was starting to get off of it. But I had looked at his Facebook profile and I was like, you know, I just can't I can't lose another friend. You feel what I'm saying? I just can't. And I don't know why I looked at it like that, and then turned around, he had ended up passing away. And this is true story. Like, it was almost like I had seen it before it happened, and I was kind of beating myself up about it because I'm like, damn, like, if I kind of regretted just not saying nothing to him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that was that. So, you know, because we had already lost Sam, and I was just, I don't know, caught up in my bag and my feelings and the way that I feel, because I cut people off like bad habits. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you don't understand what I'm on, like if you don't understand, you know, that sin is our disposition in life and Christ is the only person who could save us from sin. You know, whether we understand that alive or not, when we die, we gonna get an understanding, and you don't want to get it when you die, because then it's only one place for you if you don't understand that now. God has revealed to me like a lot through a lot of my dreams that, and I'm not like a fortune teller, like I'm not telling you nothing that ain't logical, that you could think, put your thought to, and understand where I'm coming from with it. Like, life is like school. You gotta learn. You gotta learn what's right and wrong. You feel me? And I done had a lot of dreams whereas I was in the school setting. And you feel me? Sometimes I was clowning around, and sometimes I was trying to get out of trouble and like manipulate my way out of trouble. And because I'm a finesser, like that's what I do. I try to go around the barrier. And sometimes that's at my own detriment. But I'm, you know, getting better as a person like every day. You know, so it's things that I didn't do, it's things that I did for years that I don't do no more. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's all credit to the Most High God, Jesus Christ. So, it's, yeah, death has traumatized me, you know, in a major way. You feel me? To the point where I, you know, scared to sleep and, you know, not getting enough rest, and then, you know, just not being able to think right. Because like right now, I gotta realize like I'm taking medication every day, or just about every day. Like when I'm off, when I'm off of work, I kind of don't take it as much, like the dose that I'm supposed to. So it's like the devil be kind of trying to mess with me, fam. Like I could be going to sleep and see something, you know, traumatic, something that's gonna traumatize me even more, and I'm just trying to learn how to give it to the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I realized that I was still holding on to death and trauma. I've been through a lot. Over these past couple of years, like, man, I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really at this point just trying to get my life back together. I've been set back for a very long time. Like, just so much happening in my life. But, you know, all glory be to God. You feel what I'm saying? So I just, you know, try to just stay focused, take it a day at a time, relearning how to love. You feel me? Through all this trauma and through all that I've been through, like I done let a lot of people go because I just feel like they don't understand the path that I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? They think, oh, we could just walk that same old path that we've been walking. And, you know, God has put a situation in my life that I don't have that choice. I don't have that decision to say, well, yeah, I could do this one more time. I could smoke one more blunt. And I had been, before I even understood that I was finna be going through atrial fibrillation, like I had already cut everything. Like it's been years since I've smoked weed. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I did pick up a drinking habit, you know, but I had stopped. And then soon as I stopped, like probably like a month later, a month or two later, I don't know the time frame, but like after I stopped, then here come them saying that, man, hey man, we don't think your heart is beating properly, or it sound a little off. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I know I learned that right after my great granddad had passed away, and we came back from his funeral. So it was like, dang, you feel me? I started feeling like, man, I've been getting hit left and right. Every time I turn around, there's something happening. So I disconnect from people because I got to slow it down on my end. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep hearing, oh, well, bro just tweaked that. And, you know, when I was talking to my brother, it's every time you turn around, oh, we just got into it, or this just happened. I'm mad. I'm finna go all whoop whoop. And then I'm trying to let bro know, like, you know, I'm really wrestling with understanding what's gonna happen in my situation. I don't know what's gonna happen in my situation to be over talking about drama. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the only reason why I'm making this video is just give people who don't understand what's going on in their life a little bit of understanding, because sometimes you gotta think like, how was you when a person died? When a person died, did things get worse? So then you probably still in the process of grieving, and you just gotta let them go. You feel what I'm saying? Let them go on. I know it's hard, you know, when you love certain people and they was like, you know, bright in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Because everybody that I'm talking about, they really meant something to me. You feel me? Whether they meant something to the next person, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You understand what I'm saying? So my grandma really meant something to me. No matter what she did, she showed me before she died that you could get right with the Lord. You feel me? You could get sin out your life. You could get drugs out your life. So I took that as my backbone, but then I had realized that I started running into everything that, you know, that she was trying to, you know, show me like, hey, this ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? But in letting her go, letting go the responsibility of, oh, I gotta do right, I gotta do right, I gotta do right. Because that's how I've been living my life, instead of just keeping faith in Christ and learning to make the right decision. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm working on now. Not relying on myself like I'm wrestling something out, allowing Christ's word to dwell in me, that I make the right decision at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that I'm in the process of learning. You feel me? Because still to this day, like, I still get tempted to drink, even though I got atrial fibrillation. I take medication every day. But I choose to do the right thing. You feel me? Like, it doesn't matter if don't nobody know or somebody think I'm lying, because I come from a household of, every time I tried to change, it was like, you lying, you lying, you lying. And that's when I stayed with my dad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's always you lying, or nah, I know you doing it, man. I ain't, man, bro, on my soul, like. But that's cool. He could think whatever you want to think. You know, at the end of the day, my life and where I go to at the end of the day, at the end of my life, that's what's gonna determine whether I was telling the truth or not. And you know, I just don't got nothing to prove to nobody but myself. I'm trying to be better than who I was. You feel me? When I was smoking and drinking, I couldn't see myself with no jewelry. I like to play video games. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't hold on to nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I like shoes. I like to, you know, get dressed decent. I couldn't do that when I was doing drugs, smoking and drinking and doing this and doing that. So that's what I'm saying. I couldn't have a car. I didn't have a car at all when I was smoking weed. Facts. So it is what it is. Like, I got a car and she got a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you feel me? Nigga was smoking weed. Nigga was catching a bus. Nigga was catching, you feel me, Ubers and all this. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, you try to get a game to your siblings, but they gonna do what they want to at the end of the day, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. All I could do is continue to pray for them. But yeah, I had to realize that I had to let go of the death that I was carrying, you know, through the music, through the things that I do, through the way that I love people, and not allowing myself to even have a heart to open the door to other people that can help me, or, you know, just help time go. You understand what I'm saying? And now I'm feeling like I'm open to it, but, you know, it is hard to trust people in this day and age. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's so much going on every aspect of everybody's life. You know, I'm no different from the next person. But the only thing that I can do is have that door open for Christ. You feel what I'm saying? In my life, so that I do the right thing and that I get to the right place and I become the person that I know that I could become. You know, I look at my childhood and me as a child, like I was a bright child. I was a good child. You feel what I'm saying? I was just put in a traumatic situation. But I'm not in that anymore. So now it's really time to move forward. So that's the only reason why I'm making this video. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes along with what I'm trying to present to y'all with the music. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm emancipating myself from my trauma. You feel me? So, yeah. So, that's my word for the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and put this video out. You know, hopefully, you know, who's supposed to watch it, watch it. Lord bless anybody who watch my videos. Whether it's financial, whether it's just a peace of mind, whether it's just, you know, me helping somebody. So, peace.